What's up, everybody? This is Tim, the liberal loudmouth.
And this is always the real Ron, and I'm in my new space tonight, Tim.
Yeah, man.
Check out the new drywall.
Yeah. It looks a little wet. Is it wet wall or is it already dry?
No, it's pretty dry. I mean, I'm not going to sand it right now, but it's dry.
How long do you have to let that set?
Usually overnight. Yeah, 24 hours, something like that. And then you got to sand it, and you got to cough a whole bunch. And
you got the flags there. Is that your Trump flag there on the on your left?
I got America on my right here, and I got Trump on my left. And
that's right. That's right.
We're gonna do some stuff to this wall, but I just had to get down here in the office in my new studio.
Nice.
How's your day been going, man?
Oh, it's all right. I've just been chilling,
And this is Mountain Dew, by the way.
Sure it is. You did get that link sent out to your Ron, right?
I did.
To the real Ron, though, not the fake Ron.
Correct. And I also sent it to Twitter.
Nice. On your Twitter page.
Oh, excuse me.
Man, you've got like 4 Twitter feeds, I noticed.
Yeah, I do, because they keep kicking me off.
You got like Ronald Cosby and Ron 77, or I don't know. I can't keep track of them all.
I know. I'm like, if this man should fall, who should pick up his flag? Who should pick up it's the other Ron?
Well. Yeah. So today's episode, I figure we'll just talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. What was your take on that? Because I had a front row seat, sir.
Man, I had to regroup last night. First of all, we had a board. They had to unlock the room and get more seats. There were so many people there. There was 50 plus people there. And we walked in and there was only like 12 seats. So everybody was having to get seats and people just kept showing up. I mean, Tim, you had the TPS board member, Alina Ashley was there. Dana Perito was there. Chris Banning came up from Bigsby, Oklahoma. He's newly elected House representative down there. You had a bunch of people from the GOP there supporting you, a registered Democrat that was banned for his speech. And I was just so driving in McIntosh County, Ponca City.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah. You were breaking up there for a second.
Yeah, you froze up too.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
I hope it's not my new studio environment.
Yeah, it might be too close to your router.
It may be. Let's turn that off, see if that helps out. Anyway, I was really impressed with the amount of support you had there. And I just had to like decompress from the decision that everybody knew that they were going to make.
Yeah.
And then we had to go trick-or-treating. We had a good time trick-or-treating. I know that y'all did too. And people were wanting us to go live and talk about it, but I was like, man, I just need a break for the night and enjoy my family and do some America shit. And that's what we did. So I thought it was a complete falsehood. I thought it was a complete dog and pony show. I knew going in what they were going to do. I think that they knew going in what they were going to do.
Yeah, I noticed at the end what seemed to me a lawyer prepared question about Jordan Corfage.
Oh yeah,
because they wanted to cover their, the any accusation or inference that Jordan and Art Hadaway had a relationship, and that it was just solely because he's the contact at the school.
But they had no other questions about the interaction.
Right. I mean, probably because they decided to go ahead and play those videos. And as we told you here on the show, as Ron told you, when you watch the videos, it's hard to say that there was anything there. So I was surprised, but I feel like they did that because they felt like they needed to. Otherwise, we could call it an impartial hearing. And since they watch our show, they probably heard me talking about that.
Oh, and absolutely, they did.
Yeah, that might have been one of the reasons for them going and showing up. I think doing the video.
I think that they watch our show to see what we're going to do next, or see what we're thinking about doing next, or this and that. And I have to give a shout out to Aubrey Langen. Aubrey's been hitting Langen. She's been hitting he or she, sir, ma'am, whatever your your gender is. They've been hitting people hard for a couple of years that speak out against school districts. So, Aubrey, good job.
Yeah,
You
probably
came
a
to the right
union
place.
rep. Union rep.
I hope you're getting paid a bunch of money.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. Yeah, that Aubrey said something today. It made me think that they're a dude. So, but who knows?
Who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
at one point I thought it was Emily, but it's all speculation. These
It
people
is.
create multiple Facebook pages. I mean, God, they probably got 20, 30 Facebook pages that they just kind of go through. Their workplace, they go to an office, they sit down and they start typing away on the internet.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. Absolutely.
Yeah, I really feel that way. Well, I hope is the link on your Ron, because I'm only seeing one person here.
Yeah, it's on my
I
Ron.
just want to make sure, because I think that's actually me, because I went there. But
yeah,
anyway,
it's on there.
And I don't see any comments here. Yeah. Anyway, I have a video here that I want to go ahead and play. Kind of want to wait until I wanted to wait until more people showed up, because I love this video, Ron.
Do you what is it? Oh yeah.
Let me turn the audio here real quick into my speakers, just in case it doesn't go through. This is a pretty hilarious video. All right,
what they're claiming that, I guess constitutes harassment in their mind is, which in my opinion is.
What do you think of that, Ron?
I think that if anybody knows you, that's the way you talk.
It is. And
I talk that way too. Just in normal everyday conversation with friends and family and relatives. So, and that is protected free speech. It really is.
Yeah.
I know that I have seen you present to the board at least a dozen times, if not more. And I've never.
I'm losing you again, Ron.
Like that. Like
there you are. You're back.
Okay. I've never heard you use that type of language when you're addressing the board, because you used it when you were in the parking lot discussing something with another adult person.
Yeah, a parking lot's a little different than inside the boardroom. There's decorum in the board. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's how I talk. That's the language I chose to use. And
because you're an American.
Yeah, because fucking I wanted to, use that word. I mean, I don't see any problem with it. So Chaos Seeker asks, let's see what the video is. So this video, now see, this is the video that I wasn't going to put out there because
but it's already out there, right?
Right. They already published it in a public hearing. So we're just going to go ahead and play it, and I'll walk y'all through this. Whoever it is that's here. So this right here is me. And right here is the real Ron.
That's the real Ron. It's not the fake Ron.
Now, this is the interaction with Art Hadaway, a man whom I'd never talked to before this moment. Never talked to in person before this moment. Here we go. As you can see, I'm just kind of bumbling around here on my phone. I was scrolling through Facebook at the time.
And we see that he's coming out now.
Not even yet. Right there, I think is where, I did a double take, as you can see. And that's where I started talking to him.
Right.
And here he goes. Doesn't miss a beat. And here I was like, oh, that's his car.
And so Tim's car is in between his car and my truck.
This right here, let me get my mouse over here. This right here is my car. And that's it. They called that verbal harassment and intimidation. Let's play that again. We'll see. We'll just see how harassing and intimidating this is.
And to be honest, neither of us knew that was Art's car because it wasn't there when we went inside.
Yeah. When I parked, there was nobody there. It was really just me and Ron, I think, at that time. And here he goes. Doop, de doop, de doop. And honestly, in the moment, it looked like he was juggling around with his stuff a lot more than it shows in the video, even.
Yeah. It
So,
lasted a lot longer in
mean,
real life.
yeah, he didn't skip a beat. He didn't, right here. And it's interesting that they chose to stop it here. Now I'll say I didn't edit this at all. This is the video clip that they sent and used. Right, KLC?
Right,
Yeah, exactly. I'll just put that up there. For Margaret Coates' team that's watching this,
yeah.
that is called satire. I can pull it up in the dictionary and read the definition to you.
They're publicly
later.
Educated, Tim. They can't read.
I mean, I would have thought that, but after yesterday, I've got questions. So let's go to the next one. This is again Art Hadaway.
This is the best one right here. This is the best one
right here. Here we are, and I'm
moving
just
away.
Doop, just doing my thing. I don't even know what's going on really. And then,
that's the best one. That's the most compelling evidence ever.
Oh well, that's the smoking gun there, Mr. Reiland.
Jesus.
All right. And then here's this. Okay, so this is Brent. This is the interaction with Brent England.
Show the people who Brent is and who you are.
So here's Brent. Brent is taller than me. I'll just point out. So this is Brent. This is that other guy. I don't know who it is. This is Paul Croft right here.
Right, way over there. Way over there.
This is the director of safety and security, right? And here I am. Now, as you'll watch, he grabs me and then he still holds on. Now, did you see that? Now, I want you to see. I start to turn away here, and he's still got a hold of my shoulder.
Yeah,
I had to peel myself away from the man. And here I am walking away, backing up.
And he walks towards you.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's another thing I want to point out is that this clip has been edited where it doesn't show the other times, the multiple times that he did that. From what I recall. Now this one is that same interaction with Brent, just at a different timestamp. Here he comes again. And look right there. I want everybody to see that right here. Watch when Brent starts to walk back towards me because he's already done it a couple of times. He starts to, and watch what Paul does. He tells him to leave. Right there. You can even see him point to Brent's car.
Yeah.
And Brent does what he's told.
Not really, because he doesn't leave.
Well, I mean, he went back to his car, but then, old dude is over here.
Yeah.
Apparently he said, I'm not going to yell at you like the other guy.
And I'll say this, Tim, Brent didn't have a witness statement that I saw.
No, and I'm curious to know why. I guess we'll probably find out because I'm sure we'll be talking to him at some point. So right here, you can see I point at them, said, y'all have a good night. And he points back.
Paul points back and yeah, okay.
And then I get in. Now watch me race car off of this place.
Yeah, you smoked them tires, son.
Yeah. I actually had to replace the back too. After this, I mean, look at that. Like, it's so fast, it looks like I'm going really slow.
That's such an aggressive departure.
I know, man. Yeah. And then that's it. There is one more video that I want everybody to watch here.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and full screen us. Let me find that episode. Let's see here. Where's it at? No, that's not it.
This is good stuff too.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Right here. Let me go back to the beginning. All right. I'm just going to pull this over. Now this is what they played. And this appeared to be the main course.
Oh my God, look whose shirt I got on.
This was the main entree for the board meeting. This is what they focused on. Let me just go back a little bit. Can you hear that?
No.
You can't hear it. All right, hold on. Let me open the audio here. Let me make sure this is turned up. I can't see the friggin'. Hold on. There we go. All right.
Because she has an ego.
Hear that?
I mean, if
we all have egos.
That's literally what I was just about to say. We all got it. I mean, to some degree, some are worse than others, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see, but it's a public space, so
yeah.
If she can't handle other people showing up that may.
Well, I'll tell you this: when I was out at Rayola Park gathering signatures on petitions to open schools back up, to recall the board members. Her people, her type people were giving me shit, and they were like giving me the dog stink eye and coming up there messing with me at Rayola Park. So I'm not going to go up there and mess with them, though. I just want to legitimately go up there and ask Gina the same questions I respectfully ask her over Facebook and over social media and through email. I just want to know the answers to them.
Yeah. Yeah, my issue is I always come off really aggressive whenever I'm, confronting somebody about anything. Not even that I intend to. I come across that way a lot. I think that's why a lot of people are. Yeah.
You have the equivalency of what is it? Resting bee face. I can't even say the word, but resting bee face.
I got resting dick face. Yeah, no, I really do. I think it's my eyebrows, honestly. Because they got that like Jack Nicholson peak to them,
Yeah, like you're fixing to pull out a golf club and just smash somebody.
Yeah.
Like Art all alone trying to get in his car. Oh God, I gotta get in my car.
Man. Oh my God, dude, that was funny, but at the same time, I kind of felt bad for him.
You should feel bad because you had that man scared. I think he was scared.
He looked like he was scared, and I wasn't trying to. I literally was just trying to.
I knew 100% that he was in no danger, but he did not know that he was not in danger.
Well, it pissed me off once, he started acting that way. And I sent him an email today because I've talked to him through email before about stories that he never runs because the dude only does little fluff pieces that are completely and totally meaningless to anybody. But
yeah,
I mean, I guess there's a benefit to having those fluff pieces, but if that's all you do, like, I don't know.
I'm not going to run out and buy his book. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Well, I think his book is about himself. Right?
It is about himself. It is.
Him being an award-winning rural journalist or more than I didn't even know he had a book or anything.
I mean, we had three fathers.
I do want to point out that was not edited. This actually was recorded live. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, that wasn't edited. But I mean, honestly, the rest of it's, it's just more the same crap. I mean,
it's what we do.
Right. I mean, it's, and it's interesting that they think that,
well, can I give a little context behind the art thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I've been mentioned, but I'm not involved in this as far as they haven't claimed that I did anything wrong. They haven't came after me as far as banning me or anything, but they mentioned me a whole lot. And I think the reason they mentioned me so much is because Art and I do have a history. That goes back a couple of years.
And see, I didn't know that until after I was banned. I didn't know that.
At that meeting that night, that the night that you were banned for whatever, you and I sat next to each other, which we normally do. And Art came over and sat next to us.
Well, I think he was in front of us.
Standing next to, he was right around. He walked towards us.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I said, what did I say? I said, "Hey, Art."
Yeah, you just said, "Hey, Art," and I'm like, was that Art Hadaway, the reporter? I didn't even know. I didn't even know what the dude looked like.
Every time I see the dude, whether it's at the gathering or the school board or wherever, I make sure to say, "Hey, Art," just to let him know that I'm there. And he's even taking pictures of me. I'm like, hey, Art, are you going to take a picture of me? Just being a smartass, and he will. But yeah, we've had history going back to when school closures were done, when he was writing those fluff pieces supporting the schools and Amy Fitchner. And I've had politicians and community members talking about how Art, and this is just me talking right now. This is me, Ron Cosby, talking. So you come bring your ass on, red, white,
I'm
blue
just
ass right
listening.
here. But I've had school board, I've had politicians here in Owasso. I've had community members, leaders tell me Art writes for Owasso Public Schools. I don't think he's contracted with Owasso Public Schools, but it's like under the table type, hey, scratch my back, I'll scratch your type thing. And I didn't know this until this interaction happened, but he's got a very close relationship with Owasso admins. He does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the relationship is. They asked the question there in that board meeting about
and I'm not being demeaning towards Art. If I was, I'd just come out and tell you, because that's the type of dude I am. I don't like Art. I think that what he does for a living is not journalism. I think he's just preying off of whatever he's doing. But good on you, Art. If you can make a living off of it, go ahead. I have to go work for a living. I can't just rely on bullshit stories.
Well, shit, if I could
bullshit
write
stories.
If I could write bullshit stories and make some money, I'd do it. Not gonna lie.
I don't like Art, and Art don't like me. And that's
fluff pieces are cool and all, but from what I get, because I've sent him stories in the past, and he's never done one. But the stories I would send him were, I thought, substantive, something that you'd have to actually like dig into and talk to people about or whatever. But
well, that's why people are telling me to shut up. That's why through text message.
I mean, I don't know anything about your relationship with Art. All I know, I remember you saying something about like a tattoo or something on your arm.
Yeah, whenever we were protesting to open schools up, I went up with a sign and I was standing on the side of the road. I was like, open the schools up. You got 9,800 students.
You're breaking up.
Please. What? Am I back? Am I back? Hello? What?
Yeah, you're back.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
I got to fix that before next time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's got to be the space.
I moved from the upstairs office down to my garage, and I didn't think about Wi-Fi. My son's on the Oculus and PlayStation and stuff. So anyway, I was protesting, bringing awareness to parents and stuff out on 86th Street North with a sign, and Art was out there taking pictures of all these parents. And he came up to me and he's like, hey, what's your tattoos on your arm say? And I'm like, I showed him, and I said, are you against tattoos? He's like, no, I can't publish anything with filth or whatever. And I was like, you know me. I was like, do I look like the type of person that's going to have filthy tattoos or something? And so we had a little thing.
Yeah.
Hurt my feelings because none of my tattoos are filthy. They're all nice tattoos. But anyway, he's a leftist. I'll say this. I'm going to go woke Ryan Walters on you. He's a leftist, woke journalist. And I can say that, Tim, because I don't have a little thing that says I can't go to the public school grounds.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't read the Owasso Reporter because it's every time I'd look at it, it was like just kind of like special recognition type stuff. You know what I mean? Like cheerleaders and stuff, and
right. He'd come in, take a picture, and leave. That's it.
Right. I mean, that's what I understand of it, but I mean,
I feel bad for you because I think that you got blamed for me and Art's relationship, for I guess Art and I's relationship.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the most likely scenario, because he referred to me as the cohort, Ron and his cohorts. So, I'm not angry. Atrox says lots of journalists just find whatever they can copy and paste and change 3 words.
That's it.
So it's not right.
That's exactly what this dude does.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do that. I actually owned it was a writing company, but I did search engine optimization type stuff. This guy would build like 20, 30 websites, and he'd link them all back to one website, you know, whoever his client was. And then he needed like original content. So he would pay writers to go in and pump out a bunch of content, you know, so that it looked like it was legitimate content. And it was, because I did, you know, research and all that kind of stuff. So I did that for a while, you know.
Let me say this, Tim. One of the board members last night that voted for you, this is how far back Art and I go. One of the board members that voted for your ban last night, man, she's in a rut, man. I don't understand her, but I don't even acknowledge her, because whenever she was going through the election process, the campaign and stuff, she was employed with Owasso Public Schools. Owasso Public Schools has more than 5,000 students.
Yeah, I remember when that came out.
There's a state law that says if the school district you're running for school board of has more than 5,000 students, you cannot work for that school district. She was employed. She had a W-4. She's admitted that she did this. Jordan Corfage has admitted she did this. It's very well documented. So I sent Art all these documentations where I talked to Amy Fitchner, and I talked to Stephanie Ruttman, and all these statutes and policies for Owasso Public Schools that she had broke. He didn't publish any of it. And that's where it kind of fell apart for me. If you're not going to be a journalist and do the due diligence and do your work, then piss off. You're not a journalist.
Yeah, I mean, just a writer at that point. Hey, Chaos says journalists don't really dig far for the news. They just find easy stories. Yeah.
Shock.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Muckrakers. And yeah, it's happening all over Tulsa. And I'll just say, like local news, they haven't picked this story up at all.
That's another great point. The only person that's picked this up is Bert. This should be front page of every news
for the local news. Yeah, because this is the kind of stuff they do. Like, this is what they do for the, you know, the local segments. You know, Channel 2 works for you, or whatever the hell.
Well, it's the same thing with when we busted out Tyler Wren. It had to hit national news before anybody in the local area picked it up, and it's going to be the same.
I'm losing you again.
Before the local.
Losing you again. Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
I'm losing you. Am I back?
Okay. Yeah, you're back. I got
the same thing that happened with Tyler Wren. Tyler Wren hit national news, blew up before any of the local stations grabbed onto it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the same with you.
It's crazy, man.
All praise due Bert.
Yeah, there
Bert,
you go.
Bert did a good job. And he stayed there and took pictures himself.
And you know what? I think he recorded the entire thing.
Yeah.
So I just got to put this video back up. Just hold on real quick. I just, you know, since we're praising Bert, this is an homage to Bert here. I gotta hold on. I gotta turn my volume back on my speakers and not my headphones so that y'all can hear. All right, here we go. Tell us like it is, Bert.
But they're claiming that, you know, I guess it constitutes harassment in their mind, is, which in my opinion is.
That is the funniest shit ever, man. In my opinion, I've watched that like 7 times.
Tim, that is not funny, dude.
I think it's hilarious.
We say that shit all the time.
Yeah, I know, but repeating it like that, because I knew it was going to get bleeped, and I could hear it in my head when I was saying it. Oh man,
I'm upset. I'm upset that you got banned. I knew that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I got something for him on the 14th. I'm gonna go up there and give a really concise and wonderful speech on November 14th. It's gonna be
make sure you don't miss it by 7 hours like I did that one time.
It's gonna be like you were almost there with me, Tim.
Bring a bunch of clips and the audio.
Yeah.
Now that I said that, they're not. Sorry, our microphone isn't working.
That's why I said it, because I want to know who's watching.
Yeah, we need some way to get to this to the national audience. Yeah, I mean
it's a good story. I don't know why somebody
I
isn't
know
picking it up.
I know people have posted about it, but these public schools, these are the institutions that are just controlling everything. Because here's the thing: if you're a politician and you're wanting to hold power for however long, and the DNC and the Republican Party, the GOP, all them, they want those kids to think a certain way, because by the time they turn 18, well, they can get them to do whatever. Especially now when they're trying to mine you for data, and they're getting all this data from the kids. They're going to have more information about you once you hit 18, even if you never posted it on social media or anywhere else. If you was typing it in a school paper about your life or whatever, they've got it.
Every keystroke that we make on all these computers and devices, we're just giving it to them.
Everything.
So I want to give them this.
I'll give them the resting dick face, Ron. That's what I give them every time I show up, apparently.
I don't mean to be brash or hateful sounding. I'm really not. It's just, I think that everybody needs to let everybody live and let live. And we all have the same basic rights, except for Tim.
Well, I tell you what, I was thinking, I was like, man, I actually got like stressed out about it, because I'm thinking, if something happens to my daughter at school, I can't just go to the school and get her. And if it's something she can't walk, or she's having an issue with the teacher or a student or whatever, it's an emergency, I'm gonna have to wait for somebody to bring her to me. If it's something I need to deal with right now, I can't, because my wife is at work, and it's going to take her damn near an hour to get home. So you don't really think about that kind of stuff until you just can't do it anymore.
Right.
It's like, I'm sorry, honey, you're going to have to walk, half a mile to another place so I can pick you up.
And for those of you that aren't from Owasso's it's a fairly good sized town, and there's a lot of different schools, and the campuses are big.
Yeah.
But I don't want to change the subject too much, but let's get political for just a second. I want to know, have you heard from Gina?
No, but I have a feeling she's going to block me.
You think so?
After what I said, she's like, I'll say go, you say vote. And in the comment section, I said, yeah, go vote for Ryan Walters for state superintendent. And I tagged Ryan in it. How you like that, Gina? Huh?
You like apples? How you like them apples?
How's that conversation with the cow going for you?
And you still don't really, you've never met Ryan Walters, but you're not like for Ryan Walters, but Ryan still today is the only one that's came out and spoke your name and said, I support parents.
Well, you know what I'm for? And especially now after all this crap, I am for stirring the shit up and just getting them to where they're starting to realize, okay, guys, we might need to start changing shit around here, because legislation is getting passed. These things are getting passed. I mean, it's been like this since I was in school.
Right. That's when it started, was late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Have you talked to our senator? Have you talked to any of the city council or our House of Representatives? I know that Chris Banning came up from Bigsby. He's not our House rep. I know Dana Pareto was there. I know that Elena Ashley was there. But were any of your reps or senators there to support you? Have you talked to any of them?
Hell no. Those people don't care. They don't ever call back. JJ Dossett's the only one that ever, he's called me back, but he hasn't spoken out about this publicly.
And you think that this being in his backyard, this would be of major importance to him.
And I'm a registered Democrat, so.
And for verification, JJ is too.
Right. So, I mean, it's his vote to lose, I guess. But I'm not going to toss around vindictive votes. I'm not going to do that. I'll still vote how I feel. And that's why I'm still, I'm okay with going around and razzing Gina, you know.
That's what I was getting at, is if this had happened to me and I didn't have people that were supposed to represent me coming to my defense, or at least hearing the evidence or hearing my side of the story and showing up and saying, no, this is wrong.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's only one side. There's the institution side. And, you know, a lot of these people want to get on committees or stay on committees. You know, if they rock the boat too much, they can't necessarily
Rocking the
get things
boat.
done. They'll get kicked out of there. You know, it goes back to the point I'd made about the Stanford prison experiment. You put these well-qualified, well-meaning people that are just regular people into a role, and they play the fucking role. That's what they do. They just get into character. They, you know, is like when I get on the show, you know, I may say things that are outlandish or whatever, but that's part of the shtick here is, you know, getting people a little riled up so that they'll do something about it. But no, these people, they want to be part of the group, and you know, in order to get anything passed or whatever, they've got to get on these committees or they're not effective. So that's, you know, that's what we're up against. So
I think that's in your words, I think that's fucking bullshit, but whatever.
It is fucking bullshit. If you haven't hashtagged fucking bullshit yet, you haven't lived.
And I know that those words offend people,
and that's fucking bullshit too.
This is our show, and if you don't want to hear them, then don't watch our show. I guess
turn it off. Yeah, I mean, you know,
we're just a couple of Americans talking about some issues. And last night, Neil said this hearing is not about the books.
Yeah.
It's not about the books.
Yeah. Excuse me. You better kneel. Oh, wait, that's my name.
Yeah. Are you feeling a little frosty with your feelings there, Neil?
Oh my God. They're all interrupt, man.
They
were just milling about, you know.
I know, just milling over paperwork. Meals.
Like when she said a warped one.
She's got a smart ass mouth on her.
Yeah, she does. You know,
that's not the first time she's done that either.
And you know, it's funny.
I don't care, Rhonda. I don't care if you're listening. I don't care. You got a smart ass mouth, Rhonda.
Yeah, you do, because you've interrupted me in one of my speeches before. I didn't really appreciate it.
You've done it twice.
Yeah, I've thought it was unprofessional. I've never done anything like that in a board meeting because, you know, that's a professional setting.
You know,
it is what you were
there.
So.
You were there when she asked. There were 4 parents signed up to speak, and she asked each parent before they were allowed to speak if they lived in Owasso and if they had children in Owasso school districts.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I told her, I said, I'll answer the question that you're asking me if you'll answer the question you're asking me.
Yeah, that's inappropriate in my opinion. You know,
I don't have to answer that question, Rhonda.
Yeah. I mean, because it does. There's no policy that says you have to have a child in the school to speak. No,
but we all did. But you know who didn't?
Rhonda.
Rhonda doesn't.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't get it, man. I mean, I do. Clearly, you could tell by the way they were acting that they weren't a big fan of the liberal loudmouth.
Well, apparently they are, because they watch us quite a bit.
That's true. That's true. Angry Atrox here says it's time to be offended. Parents being banned from a school, well past time to be offended. Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree. You know, people get offended by too much shit these days. It's like, I don't know, it never snows anymore because it all turned into people. Bunch of damn snowflakes.
I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Well, I was saying call people snowflake because the Republicans started saying that first, and I think liberals jumped on that one because it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
it's like, oh man.
Well, and it's like Aubrey today. This person that is obviously paid or invested some way in making sure that we're discredited.
Yeah,
she called me a liar or something because I posted the videos. She's like, well, just watch the videos. I posted the sumbitches. What do you mean watch them? I posted them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You've got to be really biased to watch those videos and walk away thinking I did something wrong there.
Yeah, you got to be an idiot. I'll just say it. You got to be an idiot. I don't know if we'll get banned off of YouTube for me saying that.
Oh, wrong way. Ron said that.
Yeah, I said that.
Ron said that. But you know, I said it too, because you do have to be a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think I can be banned because I'm a 6'2", 240-pound white man.
Oh,
I'm pissed off, Tim.
I know you are, man.
I got the blue eyes.
I know you are, man. I'm working towards just being resigned to the fact that there's nothing I can do because it is what it is, and we're gonna move forward, and we're going to hold this school accountable, and that's where it is. That's why we have this process, and as they well know, I always follow all their processes and their little rules and roadblocks that they throw up. Like that day I missed the deadline by 6 hours or something.
Yes, yeah, almost.
And
7
she's
hours.
like, sorry, Mr. Reiland, you've got to sign up 7 days in advance. And I said, that's bullshit.
Yeah. And the reason I said that I'm a 6'2", 240-pound white man is because Tim is Native American. I was in the parking lot with Tim when Art walked out. But Tim is the one that was targeted.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to speak to what happened there.
In my opinion.
There were some things that happened that next day that, I'll leave for the court.
Yeah, it's fixing to happen too. What's going on with that? Let's move forward. What happens now?
So we'd filed that injunction, and then their attorney went in and had it moved to federal court. So that, I guess, that $30 fee that you saw on OSCN or whatever, that was to move it to federal court, I think. And so from there, I don't really know. I'm not too familiar with how and why things go where they go. Does
the TRO go to federal court?
I think so. I think that's what it is. I think that's what they moved, because that's what we filed. So the court could rule to overturn the ban. Still, we'll see. Angry Atrox said, notice Tim called her Emily. Do we know who Aubrey is? Not a clue. I'm not even worried about finding out who this person is.
I just keep bringing her up because she's like,
just relentless. Oh, I lost you again. There you go. You're back. Yeah, she just keeps going. Just, with just crazy things, really. I mean, when you have a fake account, you can say all kinds of nasty stuff about people, and what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have to hire a lawyer to get a judge to subpoena the records from Facebook. How easy do you think that'll be?
Yeah, I'm learning. Go ahead.
I was just putting this up there. Agree. It's like stepping in a room full of eggs on the floor, and you have to be careful not to offend anyone. Less careful about it. Right. I mean, at some point, it's like, man, to hell with it. To hell with it. I'm done caring about the way you feel because you are a Karen.
Right.
And, you're going to complain about everything. So, I'm not going to adjust my whole world to suit your sensitivities.
And we would be far removed from reality if we thought that the board or the admin at this point in time have any respect or any want to have any type of relationship with us as individuals or parents, for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like you said earlier, they probably wanted me to go in there and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize for doing it." No, fuck that. No. I said what I said, and I stand by what I said. It was fucking bullshit, and they need to fix it. They still need to fix the policy. 1.86 does not go far enough. I don't give a hell what any of them say.
I'm going to speak to that on the 14th of November, actually.
Yeah.
Until you fix it, we're going to, and if I go down, then there will be another parent that comes in that takes my place because I'm taking Tim's place we're not going away. This flag will not fall. It's not.
Yeah. I mean, they'll just have to go on them. She'll just have to go on a ban spree, I guess. Like, you get a pink slap and you get a pink slap. Except for Ron, he gets to stay. We love Ron.
I got blue eyes and I'm really tall and white.
Oh my God.
I'm
They're
sorry.
like, you know what? He looks a lot like us. I think we should keep him around. It's crazy. Of course, you're not liked by a lot of people. A lot of people just absolutely despise you and think you're like an axe murderer or something.
Until they meet me in person.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. I never thought I'd be defending another dude when I'm 40 years old. And how old are you?
I'm 45.
Yeah. 40-year-old defending a 45-year-old dude. You know, it's weird. And I'm like, he's never said anything that was violent or promoting violence that I've ever seen. No. I mean,
these people give us so much credit. Gina Nelson, they changed that event because of shit that we said. Tim, we are hardworking Americans. I go to work every day and I put tile on walls, or I do drywall, and I own my own business, and then I come home and do this for fun. And then I go play with my kids, and then I get up in the morning. We go back and do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. And I deliver for Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub, and then DJ on the weekends.
Right. We're not rich.
Yeah. Like,
this isn't something that it's a passion because our children are involved.
Yeah. And we still have to work because you got to make money. You got to put food on the table. I'll tell you what, if I didn't have to work, I wouldn't. But maybe Owasso will fix that for me. You know, I hate to look at it that way, but the only thing they listen to is how much money's in the bank account.
We're actually selling a bunch of those shirts. Did you see that?
I hadn't looked today.
Yeah, we're in the double digits now.
Oh, yeah. Last I saw, we were at 11. Let me go look there.
Yeah, put that link back up there. Those shirts are
I think
hot.
I had it pulled up.
I'm wearing one on the 14th.
I think I may have closed that off. Do you have it on you like right now? Because I'll have to dig through my Facebook.
Yeah, I got that. I'll send it to you.
Okay, in the private chat.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Okay.
No.
It's a private chat. Sorry, y'all invited to that. It's just for me and Ron.
That's right. Because we're on collaboration day.
It's collaboration day, Ron.
Oh my God.
Jordan, are you going to collaboration day? Man, I got some video ideas to put together on the liberal loudmouth, man. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna take some work though.
So you're going with me tomorrow, right?
To the Ryan Walters deal. Yeah.
Tell them where we're going tomorrow. What's up?
It's a church, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a church over in Tulsa, 41st and 169. I think it's God's Shining Light Church, which is the last place you'd think that Tim and I would be. But
I don't, as long as I don't melt. There's the link to the shirt. So
I was getting it.
Oh, yeah, I found it.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird. It put it into 2 comments. What the hell? That's funny. Hold on. Let me tiny URL that. That's weird. That is very weird.
I don't even know what happened, but anyway, go get you a shirt. It says
Tim shirt.
Yeah, it says ban porn, not parents. It's a bright yellow shirt. Wear it wherever you go, and when people ask you why you're wearing it, tell them I stand with Tim.
Boom, right there.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Tim, that doesn't sound right. Tim shirt porn.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it's an awesome shirt. I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Yeah, pull it up on it is an awesome shirt. And all the proceeds of this, when you purchase this shirt, all the proceeds go to Tim's defense fund. Yeah, see, I told you it was in double digits. $200 raised already.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dana Walsh, for doing that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. That's for sure.
When you're working parents and this is what you do for a passion, it gets expensive.
Yeah.
Especially when they ban you.
Especially when they ban. Yeah, because I mean, a chunk of my income comes from the schools. Kids at school order food all the time on lunch.
Well, not a chunk, quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you how much. Because
you better be marking that shit down.
Well, the way it's set up, you can't, there's no, there's really no way to like tally that. And plus, like with DoorDash, it doesn't tell you what you're going to make completely. It shows you a portion of it.
Oh,
Right.
really?
So yeah. So then at the end, when you finish the delivery, it's like, oh, you got more because the customer tipped you this much. So you don't, when you accept it, it shows a smaller payout. So, they do that on purpose because they want people to gamble because it doesn't always give you more. Right. So you might take one like $7 and you're like, oh, this could be, $11-12. And then you take it and it's not. And then, next time you do it and it's $11 or whatever. So it's a big, they do it on purpose. It's a psychological trick to get you to, it's like, well, that one's not really worth taking because it's like 24 miles away for like $7. But there could be a big tipper. And you get there and you end up driving 48 miles, 24 miles one way, 24 miles back for $7. Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen like 20 some miles for $3.25. $3.25. Would you go 20 some miles for $3.25, Ron?
Depends on how she looked.
Oh shit. And whether Stitt was doing cocaine off her ass. What was that quote you said?
I said I will vote for Stitt. The only way that I would not vote for Stitt is if you had a picture of him doing cocaine off a hooker's ass on the Capitol steps. And it depends on what type of day or what time of day it was he was doing that.
That's freaking hilarious. Oh, Chaos. Hey, thank you. Made a post about this channel on iFunny.
What is iFunny?
I don't know, but it sounds like something that Resting Dickface should be on.
Absolutely. That
everybody gets it, right? You get the joke, right?
Except for 5 or 6 people at the admin building, but
it's the dude version of the bitch face. I mean,
why were you laughing about that?
Like, well, shit, Frosty. It was funny.
Yeah.
What the hell else am I supposed to say?
Tomorrow, after we meet with Ryan, I'm going to Bigsby. Tim, you know what that means?
That means you might get banned out of Bigsby.
I might,
or escorted out and not banned, because that's how. Right. Oh, I'm losing you again. Okay, you're back.
Okay, I lost you. I don't know who it is. Maybe they're hacked in.
They might be.
Because my feed has like never stopped.
Right. Yeah. So, but you did move, so that's more likely that you're just a different location.
I'm going to Bigsby tomorrow because I requested open records for the last 6 months between the administration, all the administrators, and the board members. And people are like, I can't believe you're paying that much money and you don't even know what you're getting. And I'm like, that's how you do it, people. You have to pay up if you want the information.
Yeah, because you can. It was interesting reading through all of that stuff when you did that here at Owasso.
Yeah, I got 2,000 pages from Owasso, and it was like $600.
Yeah, and it's good stuff. Yeah, and here I am bitching about. I still got to pick that up. It's like $110.
Well, you can't pick it up, but
the wife. They did say my wife could go get it, so that's that's something. Like,
but that's how you do it as parents. If you're in a district and you're watching this, just surprise the shit out of them and ask for everything. And even lawyers will tell you, just get everything.
Yeah. You're going to pay extra, sure, but it's going to be difficult for you to be able to find anything of value if you aren't doing that.
Right.
And get parents together and be like, you know what, let's figure out what in the world these people are talking about. Cause they don't know what
that's what we did up here. We, Jennifer Johnson, Dana Walsh, there was a couple of other parents in the community. We all split the cost of it, but we picked them up and we all went because it was 2,000 pages and there was some good stuff in there.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. There's some juicy tidbits. Yep. Yeah, it was a pleasure reading through that. And I probably do open records requests probably once a month, every other month or so. Just curiosity, because I'm still trying to figure out what the district is sending those vendors, and I've been trying to find that out for about 2 years now, and they won't tell you. Like, they didn't, they won't tell you that you're doing it, and then when you find out, they're just like, well, we don't have to ask you, we don't need your permission. Fuck your parents, we're your parents now.
Right. And
That's what Gina Nelson stands for. She wants to take the fucking parent out of the school, as far as I'm concerned.
She really does.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, after all this, I can't. Ryan may be gruff and he may not play the role like we'd want him to, but at this point, it's like, you know what? Maybe an asshole like me needs to be in there. Maybe somebody that people just don't like needs to go in there and just ruffle some feathers, stir it up.
Right. I think it's that time. It's time.
Yeah. I mean, when else are we supposed to do it? The only thing I'm concerned about is the voucher stuff. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? If y'all aren't listening, what are we supposed to do? What's the alternative? You didn't give us any choice. Like, you want to keep your jobs? Well, then why don't you do them?
And I've even said that to Bert. I was like, I don't want anybody to lose their job. When I was doing the petitions for the recall of the board member, I don't want anybody to lose their job. I just want them to do their job.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, it must be hard to lose your job as a teacher if you can pretend to stab your students in the chest.
Right.
And be told, well, Ron and his cohorts are out here, talking stuff. So we're going to have to do something about it. But don't worry. Deborah Gist has got your back.
Deborah Gist. Go over here and tell Deborah.
But don't worry. Project Veritas is going to have a conversation with you. Was that a coffee shop? Where was that?
Yeah, it was a coffee shop.
He's like, like we were talking, they drink their tea with the finger up in the air because they're prim and proper.
Go talk to Deborah Gist. She has the same kind of hairstyle that you do.
I don't even remember what she looks like. I've only seen her like once or twice.
No, dude, she's got the white streak in the front, like Cruella DeVille.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Cruella DeVille. Yeah, I tried to stay away from Tulsa Public Schools as much as possible, and thankfully my children never had to go. It's a disaster. It is an absolute disaster. Now,
Tulsa Public is just. It's horrible.
Well, and that's typically the case when you have huge school districts. I wonder if it would be a good idea to split them all up.
Like into different districts?
Right. So you have a board for like West Tulsa, a board for North Tulsa, a board for South Tulsa, and they just are treated like and funded in separate ways, so that it's not one huge big thing. Because imagine the amount of stuff they've got to deal with, right? And you've got one superintendent for Tulsa Public Schools, and you have the same amount of superintendents for Owasso schools. You know what I mean? That's a lot.
Absolutely, it is. It's too much. It's obviously too much. You're right.
It is. So maybe that's a good idea. I don't know legally how you would do that, but I feel like maybe that's something to try instead of for-profit schools or whatever the case may be.
The Alina Ashley is a TPS board member for Ward 4, and that's what she has always said, that they have so much information and they don't get it to her in time. So then when she goes to the board meeting, she's not properly prepared to ask questions, and if she does, she gets shut down by Gist.
And they even told her she couldn't go to her own school.
Right. The board member in Tulsa Public Schools cannot just walk in the school. She has to schedule an appointment and then be escorted through the schools.
What sense does that make? You are elected by the community to be a steward of the school, and the administrators have so much control over you that you can't even go in there unless you've got permission. Hell, she might as well be banned like I am, Ron.
She basically is.
Right.
a pedophile could call up there and say, I'm going to come up there and spend lunch with my kid or whatever. And all they have to do is notify the principal. This lady, a school board member, has to get permission to schedule a tour of her own school district.
That is wild to me. And see, that goes back to administration and people that say we hate teachers and Ryan hates teachers and everybody hates teachers. That is the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. I don't think I've ever heard anybody, oh my God, I hate teachers. They just think they're so smart. They're always trying to teach you something. It's annoying. Never heard that. Never heard it. People complain about the administration and the board members. Because unfortunately, almost nobody shows up to board meeting, to the election for board members, for the school board members. So, they're elected by the people that are friends with them.
Right. It's like the board members and the administrators hold these teachers up in front of them and say, these are our kids. You can't hurt us because, look, you're going to hurt the kids.
Yeah.
They're using them as like a shield to keep their power. Yeah,
it's wild. Well, speaking of that, I'm actually going to create a Substack, I think, and I already created it, but I got to start writing stuff.
I had to look up what that was, so explain to people what a Substack is.
Well, it's kind of like Medium. It's just like a publication type thing, a newsletter. You can sign up and get it in your email or whatever. It may be for pay, I don't know. I haven't worked all that out yet. There's a lot of stuff to it, but it integrates with Twitter also. So like it just connects your Twitter account to your Substack. So they're, they kind of go hand in hand. So it'll be written stuff, but
is
that
this
should be good.
You've been wanting to do, or is this like supplemental income while you're banned from making money from the schools, or what is this about?
Yeah. I mean that, and so that people can see what it's like as a banned parent. Because there are things that I can't do that people just don't really think about. Well, what would it be like if I couldn't go to my school? So that's kind of what it's going to be like. It's like, if you've never experienced something, you don't know how bad it can be or how, detrimental it can be to your child or to yourself. And so if you can read somebody else's experiences with that, then maybe it will get you to realize, okay, this is a problem. This isn't just the school saying, well, you just can't step on this property. It has real life consequences. It causes problems in your life. And I think that's something that people should at least hear. And it will, help support me until the ban is over so I can, do deliveries again.
I like it. And I know that you write really well. You do a lot of research and it'll be good stuff. So, not to get off topic, but what shirt are you wearing?
Yeah, I'm wearing my I'm rocking the Owasso band parent, you know what I'm saying? That's the Owasso band parent right there.
Man, you're in the league of your own. You're the only one that can wear that shirt, man. I'm kind of
yeah, I am. I'm my own groupie and roadie and all that good stuff, man. I just, I'm my own cheerleader here. Like, you got this, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll stick it to the man. I mean, that's what it feels like. As silly as that sounds.
No, it's not silly at all. I mean, this is a real issue. It's a big issue. It really is.
Yeah. I don't know if people can think about the ramifications of the case, but imagine if the schools are able to just arbitrarily, because they didn't find your language agreeable, Ron, and just say, nope, you're out. That's crazy to me. If a court rules, yeah, I know, it's fine. It's fine. Schools are like, their own little entities. And
I know last night at the board meeting after you left, and even before you left, when you stood up to walk out, there was a couple of parents that screamed, "This is bullshit."
Yeah.
And they were asked to leave. So I'm wondering, are they going to get banned?
Yeah, that's a good question. And it was interesting because Paul was the one that asked them to leave, and he never asked me to leave. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. I don't know what that says, but it's some double standards going on there, Ron.
I know. I know. I got to get in here and check on the kids, make sure they're getting their teeth brushed and in bed and homework done and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I'm wore out too. My eyes are starting to mess with me again. So
I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. We're going to go over, and this will be the first time you meet Ryan tomorrow, correct?
yep, first time. And it'll be the first time he meets me too.
Yeah, and Ryan, I've talked to Ryan about you, and he's excited to meet you.
Yeah.
Whose voices of Kevin?
I don't know. I messaged Libs of TikTok and told them hopefully. Yeah, I did as well. And
they actually reached out to me too.
They reached out to Ron and told me to reach out to them through email, and I did that, and I haven't heard anything. So I don't know.
They're a big group. They got a bunch of stuff going on, but I can't believe they haven't grabbed onto this.
Yeah, well, and most of what they do, and it might be because they found out I was, liberal, and
maybe
they may not want to, and I believe it's a woman. She may not want to do the story because of that. I don't know. She could be bubbled off in her own world, like
Libs of TikTok do a lot of the transgender, non-binary, LGBTQ type stuff in public schools. And but Tim was the one that blasted Tyler ran out. We were, but he's a liberal Democrat. He's got different views, but we're all parents, and we should all have the same rights to stand up and say what we need to say.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it shouldn't be about politics. Like, if you are defending crap like what was in that book in school, and don't get me wrong, that book has every right to be in a public library, and you're not ever going to hear me. You're not going to ever hear me say no. So people that are like, well, you're trying to censor books. No, because you can still take your child. If you want your kid to look at child porn, take your child to the public library and say, okay, little Johnny, here's some child porn that I want you to look at. And you can do that. But like, I want you to look at these videos or these books with graphic images of things like butt plugs and teaching kids how to have anal sex. And am I wrong?
No, pissing on each other. And
I know this is an uncomfortable topic. Oh, there's Purple. Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
this is my wife here, guys. I want to shout
blast her out like that.
Oh, I'm gonna blast her out because she's gorgeous. Look at her.
She is gorgeous. I love the shirt. I had to bring the shirt up.
Yeah, I'm wearing the shirt. It's an uncomfortable topic because of I don't even like saying this crap, but somebody has to, because it's in the damn book and they put it in some libraries, the school libraries across the country. And when adults feel uncomfortable talking about these things, like, why in the hell are we putting them in the school? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. And then you get banned for saying fucking bullshit. But there's worse words in these books in public schools.
Yeah, I saw a book. It was teaching kids how to get on sex apps and hook up. It's like, oh, share your location to the people around you so that you can find someone close to you. Wow.
That's human trafficking.
Yeah, I mean, what a good way to get your child kidnapped, and to the people that are doing this, you're not all pedos. I know that you can't be. So, but something in your mind is telling you, well, this isn't going to affect children. This is fine. This is a part of growing. No. There's a, somebody, they're like, you and your puritanical views.
This is
I had to laugh at that.
Somebody told you that?
Yeah, of all people, me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have no idea. Yeah. I am a freaking heathen. If I go into a church, I start feeling hot. I'm like,
I'm nervous about tomorrow. I'm like, damn, Tim may burst into flames.
I may burst into flames, y'all. We're starting. Man, I'm just kidding,
with some holy water before we go in the door just to see what's up.
I mean, I used to go to church all the time. So
this has nothing to do with religion or politics. This is just parents wanting to protect their children from nasty shit. That's it. Period.
And we're talking vile stuff.
Nasty shit. Yeah.
And they're oh, you just want to ban books. No, I just want you to say that my daughter can't show her shoulders in school or hold her boyfriend's hand or kiss her boyfriend in school because you think it's inappropriate. Then she shouldn't be able to go in the library and look at penises and all that other mess.
Tim, do you know what PDA means?
Public display of affection.
Why do you know what that means?
Because I was into it with this lady right here back in school.
Right.
Boom.
We were told in school, no PDA.
No PDA. Yeah. You wouldn't have found any kind of crap like that back when we were kids, man. And then, so all the things that kids are allowed to see and it's okay. And then you look at all of the problems we're starting to have with mental health issues and all of these issues. I wonder what that might be. Oh, I don't know. I'll come bring a fire to Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. That's Kevin Randall, right? Is that Kevin Randall?
No, you can't be blasting people out on YouTube.
Sorry.
We only know one Kevin, so I hope it is Kevin.
Randall.
Okay,
yeah.
It's probably Kevin Karen.
Oh, that's right. This is YouTube. I'm so used to being on Facebook.
I know. We have our regular fans on Facebook, but we decided to do YouTube. So
yeah, we're trying to get everybody to kind of migrate over that way.
It is okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you coming tomorrow, Kevin?
Yeah. Are you coming with us?
Come on, don't leave us hanging here.
There is a bit of a delay, so
yeah. No, I hope he does. I like Kevin. He's a good dude. He was there last night.
I'm hanging on his every word here, Ron. I keep staring at this chat here.
I know, it's crazy. I'm staring at Purple Crunch.
Easy now.
I'm gonna get banned
off the YouTubes. Oh man, YouTube is a snowflake. I tell you what,
we're gonna get banned off YouTube. I know.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, we're gonna get. That's a community guideline strike. Oh man,
we're gonna get blue dotted off of YouTube.
Oh, here we go, right here. If we do, that'd be fucking bullshit. Y'all need to hashtag that for real. Hashtag Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
Well, you can't ask Christians.
Send me the info again, and I'll be there.
Okay, I'll hook you up. You need to be there, Kevin.
Yeah, I'll be there. Be there or be square.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else? Hey, I want to say one thing. Guess who came out and endorsed Joy Hoffmeister today?
I have no clue.
April Grace.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I called it. Yeah.
Well, okay, now tell me if this is coincidence or not. You've got a lady that was the superintendent at school where a guy, and this is my understanding of it, I could be wrong. You look it up for yourself and verify. But he was busted molesting, wasn't it, multiple children?
8
over the course of 8 years. Was it 8 years that he was doing that?
Yeah, it was several. It was a long time, but it was 8 different instances I know of.
Yeah. And she knew about it. He got suspended, but they never fired him, and apparently she never reported him. When
she promoted
him. Right. So then, when she gets asked about it, they use the same old crap. Oh, it's a personnel issue. We can't talk about it. I'm sorry, but that's more than a personnel issue. That is a crisis of humanity right there. So is it coincidence that the person she's voting for is likely also a person who might be one to allow the books in the library? Well, we can't be censoring those books. Kids are going to need to know how to use the butt plug in the pornography. I mean, it's crazy, right? And I really, it's disturbing for me to say that. I hate saying it, but it's in the books and they're handing it to children. So
this is breaking news from my mouth, from my brain. It's my opinion. It's not really breaking news. April Grace has been promised some type of position in Joy Hoffmeister's administration for her endorsement.
That might be true. I mean, that's typically how that works. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Because April Grace came out and she had so many House of Representatives and senators backing her against Ryan because she was a conservative Republican wanted to fix schools, blah, blah, blah. And now
Yeah.
all these Republican conservatives, where y'all at? Are y'all backing up Joy Hoffmeister?
She the Hofmeister.
Joyless Hoffmeister?
Do you think she's going to win?
Joy?
Yeah.
No, Joy loses by a lot.
You think?
Yeah, I'm worried about Ryan.
What was the last polling on Ryan? I hadn't looked.
Tulsa was better than Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, he's down.
Really? I wonder why. Maybe they see him in his car doing videos.
I don't know. I just know that parents need to come out and vote next Tuesday if you are really concerned about your kids. And I'm just going to shoot you straight. He's down in Oklahoma City. He is.
Yeah, well, and what they're doing to me, it's coming to a city near you.
Right.
I mean, that's, because it was only, a couple of days after they banned me and that came out that Bixby put out that infograph or whatever with the no sexual language, no vulgar language in the board meeting or whatever. It's like, no, you can't do that. We've had multiple cases where people were banned for saying, vulgarities in the board meeting and the school's off.
You have head trauma if you believe that these superintendents don't speak to each other.
Oh, right. For sure.
You completely are off the grid ridiculous. I can't say the other word, but yeah. I know for a fact Amy Fitchner and Deborah Gist talked all the time.
Yeah, and think about this. When you get a new superintendent that comes in, right? She just comes in, whatever, he or whatever. That these other superintendents flock to this person. Now, this is how you do it. This is how we do it. This is how the institution does it. This is what is expected of you. This is what you're going to have to do. And every time something comes up, they're most likely giving them, in their ear. This is how you do it. So that's how they create that culture where they just protect themselves, and that's all they do. You need a skedaddle.
No, my daughter's birthday was Saturday, and we had cake. My wife made her a big Stranger Things cake, and we still have a couple of pieces left in the fridge. She's like, "Can I have some pieces of my cake?" I was like, "I don't care, whatever."
Well, that cake's a good way to get out of the rut, man.
I mean, you got a pillow full of sack full of Halloween candy in there, but you want 3-day-old cake, whatever.
Yeah,
made up teachers that funnel. Yeah, it is. It's a machine. It really is a machine.
Yeah. It's like, okay, this person will play our game, so we're going to promote this person. And they're like, even if they disagree, and this is also the issue with the police departments, even if they disagree, they want to stay part of the group. And they know that if they buck up against it or dissent in any way, they're going to get shit canned. That's just how it goes. Their pride is more important.
Any type of union. Yeah. Any type of union, bureaucratic association, that's their whole job. That's their main, is keeping that power.
Right. And you have to keep everybody on the same page with a hive mind, and the union is the hive brain, and all the rest of that, the money that gets poured into it. It's,
and I understand the reason for unions, better hours, better pay, this and that, but that's not the way that the public school system should be operating. It really is not.
Yeah. Unions should be
taking care of teachers.
Yeah. It should be specific to benefits and money.
Right.
That's it. Benefits and money. That's what the union should be negotiating. Because what else, what else are the unions going to be doing?
Well, the teachers that I've spoke to are worried about, like over here in Owasso, I've talked to several teachers. They're worried about if they speak out against diversity training or CRT, or even if they spoke out, say, for instance, Ryan's little patriotic training thing, and they didn't want to do that, or they didn't want to teach sex ed to mentally handicapped children in 5th grade. They weren't comfortable with that. And the school said, no, you have to do that. And they said, well, I don't want to. And they fired them. Then they would have legal representation through the union.
That's crazy, because a doctor can put his ideology into his practice. My sister-in-law, she had wanted to get her tubes tied after, I believe, the second child. She had 2 girls. Like, no, you're going to regret it because you're young and, you know, you're going to want to have a boy. And they wouldn't do it.
Was she Native American?
No, she's white.
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious as a heart attack. Yeah. And this, you can look it up. This is a problem that other women have had. They either get, you know, browbeat by the doctors, or they get the talking to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like kind of like the one where, you know, you really should stop smoking. Thanks, doctor. I know. I cough every time I get up. I know it's not good for me. But
They should really stop putting addictive shit into my cigarettes then.
yeah, man, it just keeps coming back for more. But yeah, I mean, so if they can do that, well, you know, I don't know why a teacher wouldn't be able to. But then again, it's a government institution,
right?
You know
There's
what I
no
mean?
public schools; it's government schools,
right? I mean, that's where. But the good part about government is that they are restricted in how they can act.
for the most part.
Right. Like in the board meeting, they're not supposed to do certain things. And if they do certain things, well, they can get in trouble, which we're about to find out maybe however long it's going to take. So look out for the Substack that I'm going to be starting. It'll be articles written by me about, you know, my dealings with that, either for support or for just your own curiosity. Yeah, I'll be posting about that later. Do you have anything else, Ron?
We're going to talk to Ryan tomorrow. We're going to set a date. Ryan's going to come on the show. I don't know if it'll be Thursday, but it'll be sometime before the election. So look for that. That's exciting. I want y'all to see how Ryan interacts with Tim and how Tim interacts with Ryan, being on opposite sides of the party lines. But just seeing how Ryan understands parents need support and need to be represented regardless of their political beliefs or their ideologies. So
yeah, they're trying to become your parent, your kid's parent. And they're, like I said in that video, I feel like I'm the third wheel here. Hell, now I can't even go to the school and pick up my kid or go to a parent teacher conference unless I have permission from the government. Think about that. I have to get permission from my government official in order to go and pick up my own child or visit my own child.
Really think about that, people.
Yeah.
What if somebody told you you could not go to your child's school?
Yeah, parent teacher conference. I'm like, can I please go? Queen Margaret, please.
Right. And they're taking your tax money and your children.
Yeah.
And they're saying, no, Tim, no. You used bad words.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that the courts have ruled that you have no right to go to the child's school because you can still participate in the education. It's weird. So
I can't wait.
Yeah.
You'll get your day in court. You'll get it.
Yeah, sure will. It's going to be a good day.
I want to be on the boat that you buy.
I don't know about that. What I will end up doing though is buying a big ass house right here in Owasso, so that they'll have to look at me. I'll get one in each ward. How about that?
There it is.
That way, I'll buy one in each ward. That way, I can just every election cycle. I'll be there running every election until I get it.
I want you to buy just a little boat that we can go out on, and I want you to name it Coats.
Turncoats.
Turncoats.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Turncoats.
And everybody, this is satire and funny, and none of the opinions matter, and it's fucking bullshit.
It's all bullshit. If you believe me and Ron, you know, it is what it is. It's for entertainment. Maybe some people find it entertaining. It's fun for me. Is it fun for you, Ron?
It is fun for me. I love it. My kids love it. My whole family loves it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I have a lot of fun and gives me something to do. You know, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, otherwise I'd be reading dirty books from the Owasso Public Library.
Man, it would take you forever to get through all of those, I think,
know,
though,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, board policy 1.86 isn't going to fix that,
No.
which, is fucking bullshit. So they need to fix it.
Fix it.
I stand by my statement.
I stand by Tim.
I stand with Tim.
I stand
All
with
right.
Tim.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot. I really do like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, the fight isn't over, guys. Keep in touch. Thursday at 7, we'll be back on. And if you're going to come out and see Ryan, that's going to be tomorrow. What, 1 to 1:30?
No, it's 11:30 to 1.
11:30 to 1. Okay.
And I'll post it's on the real Ron, but I'll post it to Loudmouth as well.
Sweet. All right, man. I guess we'll catch you on Thursday. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
All right. We'll catch everybody else on Thursday. Peace out.